Science Research Conference 2016.
Okay, before we snapshot, just I wanted to give you one of the examples what we do on a day-to-day basis. So just we'll run it for 1 minute.
Being the president of the Australian Academy of Business Leadership, AABL, I'm thankful to all participants, keynote speakers and guests for attending this conference to make it successful. Although I'm unable to attend this conference physically, our Vice President, Dr. Shafiq Rahman, is representing me at this conference. I'd especially like to thank the conference chair, Dr. Dylan Kogan, from Percent University of Turkey, and Professor Dr. A.K.M. Saiful Majid from IBA, Dhaka University.
Okay, dear friends, this was one of the conferences held in Bangkok last year, 2016. Annually, we run about 8 international conferences in New York, Los Angeles, Sydney, Melbourne, Bali, Bangkok, and Kuala Lumpur. On the top of that, we run 7 international journals in the area of social business, social science, management, marketing, finance, accounting, and information technology. So these are the 2 major activities we run on a regular basis. On the top of that, time to time, we run some training programs in Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, and Sydney. However, when we got the request from PTDCA, we immediately developed this short curriculum I'm presenting in front of you. This will be about a 3-month-long training program, especially designed for those who did not have the chance to go through a long MBA program. We already worked with HarperCollins publication in UK and imported their textbook. So we are using a couple of textbooks for these courses. One textbook is shorter MBA program by HarperCollins publication. Another is a entrepreneurship book written by Mr. Mohammed Sobur Khan. We are using that as a textbook here. And some other textbook relevant to our courses. So I'm going through quickly about the content of the course. The first lecture is leadership skills for 21st century. And then planning, decision making, time management, delegation for leaders. Third lecture is leadership for change management. I'm not sure whether we can get Mr. Sobur Khan for this deliberation, but if possible, we will request him to come for like half an hour time to present his change management lecture, which I actually became fascinated once I watched this presentation about a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks. Then we have effective team building, employee engagement, and organizational behavior. Fifth lecture is leadership and influence. Sixth lecture is leadership and power. Seventh lecture is communication and marketing strategies for leader. Eighth lecture is leadership in entrepreneurship, which is very important because today maybe you are doing a business, today maybe you are in a corporate job, tomorrow you may think of going to a business. And what are the challenges a businessman faces when he goes in entrepreneurship? You will get step-by-step guideline from the textbook that we will present you. Next lecture, 9th lecture is strategic management. 10th lecture is concept of organizational development and sustainable organizational development. And then we will have a work placement and dissertation. Dear friends, I will go very quick. Other aspect of this course. We have 2 major focus of this course. There are hundreds and thousands of courses being taught in Bangladesh and overseas. So we are not having many strategies or many criteria. We have only 2 major issues. One is this course is 100% practical. Anyone who is going to teach this course, he has to bring all the live examples in the classroom. Secondly, this course is completely interactive and delivered through e-learning module. So those who will not be able to come to the class, for example, we have been contacted by at least 10 marine engineers and captains in the last 2 weeks.
And in their association, we found Mr. Roisuddin. He's one of the chief engineers, and he found that okay, if I go to ship and I have internet and I have computer, I can go to this course and maybe it's useful for me. We have 3-hour session, 2 days a week. So in one session, we have in the very beginning, video on business English, 10-minute video on business English. And then we have a small quiz, whether you have watched it or you have learned anything. We have another video case study on top 10 business leaders, maybe from Bangladesh or from overseas. So we have some overseas cases, video cases, from APJ Abdul Kalam, Jack Ma, Mahathir Mohamad, and another one which I like very much is Tariq Al-Suwaidan. Have anyone heard about Tariq Al-Suwaidan? One of the best trainers in Europe, in America, Canada. He came to Australia too. In Bangladesh, we have a couple of examples of leaders. So we got Latifur Rahman. Have you heard about Latifur Rahman? Who is he? Transcom Group. Another gentleman is Sobur Khan. Have you heard about him? We have a video presentation for him. He's here. And then we have Anisudullah from SCI. So these are some, like we will have altogether 10 video cases, how they made success, not only his life or her life, but also made changes in the society and created a lot of business. Okay. Before we close, I will give you a couple of pieces of information. One, the certificate will be offered or will be given from Australian Academy of Business Leadership. You will not take any study at home. 100% will be delivered here. You learn it, finish it, sit for exam, and go home. So the design of the course, I said in the beginning, we have a 10-minute video on business English, so that you can improve your English, and 10-minute video on like video case studies on successful leaders. We will have 3 hours plus session, but within that, we will have 80-minute presentation. So once the teacher will give 40-minute presentation, then he will have or she will have 20 minutes for interaction with the student, or he will allow the student to discuss among themselves, and we will have the module and question bank already distributed to the students. So students know what they have just learned from the teacher, and they have already got the question bank in front of them. They will have 20 minutes. So, and then they will have a consensus among them to find out the right answers. And then they will come, end of the class, they will, maybe there will be 3 or 4 groups. One person from one group will come and tell what they have learned. In all classes, there are 2 types of students. One is like very good student, another is mediocre or less like active students. So the mediocre and less active students will learn from the good students. So, and end of the class, we will have 2 things. One small quiz, what they have learned today, and the teacher's evaluation. For every session, there will be teacher's session, because students are the customers. When I was a student of that university, we were felt like guinea pigs, but today it is like the time, and we have seen in the especially private universities, the students are considered as customers. So teachers they did not have any opportunity to escape their responsibilities. And if I compare my teaching experience in Bangladesh and my teaching experience in Australia, what I found that I thought I am one of the top ranking teachers here. When I compared with the teaching strategy and style in Australia, maybe I would get 20% of the mark out of 100. So then I had to improve myself to get the Australian standard to deliver my lectures. So which I will tell you that in this class you will get the flavor of Australian standard teaching, highly interactive, learning opportunities, sit for quiz, learn and go home. You cannot go home without learning. I think that's all from my side. Wish you all the best. And I thank you again for coming. And it's an opportunity for us, Australian Academy of Business Leadership, to work with you. And finally, I will tell you that maybe this module is about 39 credit, and most of the lectures are related to leadership and management and human resource management and organizational development. So if you work with any of the universities locally, maybe this course can be comparable with the measure of human resource courses that are being offered in the MBA program. So there are courses like this in Australia that someone does a diploma or advanced diploma, and when he joins in the MBA program, he gets the credit. So for universities, this is a business, because they get, anyhow they have to get the student to run the universities. So this is like win-win so you can talk to universities and try to find out the way out for a long-term survival and long-term success in the country. I wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum.